First, we need to start crocheting in a circle. We use a 3.5mm crochet hook. Hold the thread with the hand holding the crochet hook from the little finger of our left hand. Pass through our index finger and make a loop on the middle finger like this. We hold it with our thumb, the intersection point, and the hook enters from here. We wind the thread and pull it out. Then wind the thread through this hole. This is done. A standing stitch, according to the pattern, requires 3 standing stitches. So we'll crochet 2 more here. For beginners, can make a mark at the top of this V-shaped here to make a marker. This is where we will finally pull through. Now let's start to crochet long stitches. We hook the needle and wind the thread. From this side, as you can see, there are 2 ends of thread here. Insert the hook from this side and bring out the 2 loops. At this time, on the hook, there are 3 loops on the hook. And bring out the first 2 loops. Then wind the thread out of 2. This is a long stitch. Then hook another long stitch. And then pass the first 2 loops. Then wind the thread through. Let's crochet braid stitches again. The diagram shows 3 braids here. You can adjust it according to your situation. If you have tight hands, such as those with tight hands, you may crochet a small one like this. Then you can crochet 3. But if your hands are looser, you can crochet like this. You may only need to crochet 1 or 2 is enough. So in this position, you can judge it according to your hand strength. To judge, it's about to leave a gap like this. A long gap like this is enough. 2 or 3 are all okay. Let's continue to crochet according to the diagram. Long stitches, and then hook the needle again in this round. We can follow this method to complete the crochet. Pull out the thread a little bit. Then crochet 2 braid stitches. Single crochet stitch. Then crochet 3 long stitches. And 2 braid stitches. We have finished the first round. After hooking, we should tighten the thread. Let's do the slip stitch. The position of the slip stitch is where the 3rd braid needle stands, the 3rd braid of the standing braid. If you are a beginner, you must mark it with a marker. When doing the slip stitch, we bring the hook needle into the stitch, and bring the thread out. This completes 1 round. Next, we will crochet the 2nd round. The 2nd round also start with 3 chain stitches. For beginners, in the 3rd stitch, need to make a marker. We hook the needle and wind the thread from the stitch of the long stitch in the 1st round, which is this V-shaped. Every V-shaped here. And this kind of V-shaped from each long stitch, and enter the stitch. To continue crocheting long stitches, there is a thread in here. Let's take a slow motion look. First, we hook the needle and wind the thread. Then enter the stitch. Place the thread end on the hook. Thread the needle and hook it. And hook again. Insert the hook again. Put the thread end on the hook. Thread the needle and pull it out. And hook again, according to the diagram. Next, we need to crochet 2 long stitches. To hook 2 long stitches, put the thread end on top in the 2 braid stitches, and wind the thread in the same position. Note that throughout the process, this thread is always on our crochet hook. After hooking, we go back to in the stitch of long stitch to hook a long stitch. This round, you can just follow this pattern to finish it. Here we quickly to complete this round of crochet to finish it. After hooking, we still go back to the third chain stitch here. Insert the hook and make a slip stitch. We will finish the second round of crocheting. Next, do the same thing again. We still need to make 3 chain stitches first. To stand up, steps is the same as the second round, is exactly the same. After standing up, in the corresponding stitch, to hook long stitches, 2 long stitches in the gap, 2 single crochet stitches, then 2 long stitches, the whole. We crochet the whole piece with this stitch. We also quickly to complete this round. And that's it. Finally, we can make an eye. After pulling out, you can cut the thread. The diameter of this flower piece and the length of this flower piece is about 6.5 to 7 centimeters. You can start to complete such a knitted piece. Using the size of this piece, you can know the fur thread's knitted piece, how many stitches to start. Now, let's explain the crochet method of the fur thread flower piece. The crochet method. This is relatively simple. No need to start with a center stitch, but it may be difficult for beginners. It's hard to see the stitches. I use this, a 4.0mm crochet hook. For beginners, this kind of starting stitch is a relatively simple method. You make a loop. Hook needle, enter from this loop, and bring it out. And then bring it out again. We tighten the thread. Tighten the thread we used to make the loop. Tighten it. This completes a. Let's start crocheting braid stitches. Braid stitch, hook needle, wind the thread, and bring it out. Thread the hook, and bring it out again. Hook 1 braid at a time. Compare the number of stitches you start with. The number of stitches we start with is about the same as the length of the flower piece. It's almost enough, about 7 to 8 stitches. After we finish the stitches, then crochet a braid stitch. At this time, you need to figure out where the needle is. We count backwards. This is the first one from the bottom. This is the second to last. From the second last stitch, the second stitch, insert the needle and wind the thread, and pull it out to make a short stitch. Here, this thread really needs everyone. You need to hook it while exploring. It's not easy to see where the needle is. After the last one is finished, and make a slip stitch to stand up. We turn it over again. Continue to crochet short stitches. Like this. Just hook short stitches in a positive and negative way. After each row is finished, you should crochet a slip stitch. Then reverse the fabric to crochet short stitches. The entire height. We flip it back and forth a few times. This height, you should also measure it. Keep reversing back and forth until the height of the fabric and the height of the flower piece is the same. Then you can stop. we turn it over again. Continue to crochet upwards. Or you can remember how many short stitches you crochet in each row. This row, you can stop when you have enough short stitches. Then you can stop because this thread, although it's not easy to insert, but you can't see the stitches clearly. Even if you insert 2 stitches into 1 stitch, it won't look as strange as this thread. As strange. It won't be uneven. Basically, for this size, you can crochet 7 short stitches per row, and back and forth. Let's compare. It should be about the same size. 1 slip stitch. Flip it over. This size should be okay this time. The fur thread is because it will be slightly larger than this piece. But in fact, when we sew this piece, when sewing, can be matched perfectly. Because this kind of knitted fabric has elasticity. Compared to this thread, this size is almost the same. Finally, there is one more point I want to talk about. Our bag will use long-haired imitation and this wool and wool mixed thread to crochet the picture. If you can't control the tension of your hands, I suggest using a 3.0mm hook needle. If you still use 3.5 and use double strand thread to crochet, it will be a little larger than this one. If you experienced in crochet, it doesn't matter. Just use a tighter hand strength with a 3.5 hook and control the size. There will be no problem. Sewing between the pieces. Fur thread, you can choose any side as the front. As the front side. The flower piece is the front. This is the back. What we need to do is from the back to sew different flower pieces. We use different threads. If you crochet with alpaca wool, we use this thread to sew. This color and this thread are mixed. Also use this white thread. Now, let's start to explain the sewing. This sewing, the length of the thread you reserved, the length of the thread. If you need to sew 3 sides, the length of the thread you leave can be about 1 circle around the thread. Is enough. Let's stretch the thread first. Prepare a thread. And we use a needle like this. A thicker needle. And use a single strand thread to sew. Turn the corner from the back and the upper needle eye. And enter from one side. Pull the thread. Pull the thread over like this. Insert the needle at the same position. Thread the needle through like this. Tie it to fix the thread end. That's it. Then from the corner of the fur thread, and insert the needle, and pass through. Fur thread, just feel it. The approximate position where to insert the needle. Because fur thread, unlike our wool thread, it can't see the needle eye. Just feel it roughly. Just make sure it's sewn on. Like this. One side at a time. Like this. Sew from the back of the flower piece. The difficulty of this sewing should be in the fur thread. The position where each needle enters. You need to confirm that you hook it up. Let's turn it over. In fact, on the front side can't be seen the stitch marks we made. Because it's long, it can completely cover all the sewing marks. This is how we do it. There is another point. When we sew this piece, after sewing it, if it's the position where we wrap the mouth, then from this position, demonstrate from the position where the stitching is completed to the position where we wrap the mouth, the other middle. And the splicing place is not needed, only the position of the mouth needs. It needs to be operated separately. We start with a standing stitch. In each stitch, on the corresponding stitch, you can crochet a round of short stitches, or like this, or do a round of slip stitch. Slip stitch. Hook the needle into this stitch like this. Put the thread end on and hide it. And bring the thread out. And then pass it through, just to do a slip stitch. It doesn't matter if you don't do the drawstring. Everyone just do it normally. Add another round of short stitches at this position. Just like this. Just crochet a round of short stitches, only at the position of the bag opening. Need to be treated like this. Only in this circle of the bag mouth. Need to be treated like this. If your knitting piece, the knitted fabric itself is very flat. Those who often crochet, unlike beginners, the finished knitting piece, the edge may be loose or tight, or something else. If the knitted fabric you crochet has no problem with the tightness, if it's good, then you don't need to add this round. It's no problem. All of the above are about the sewing part. If you have any questions, you can ask me.